holiday traditions, and it goes along with our Slovene exhibit that's ending December 22nd. The key dates in the Slovenian Christmases are the three holy nights, and those three holy nights are St. Nicholas's Day, December 6th, December 25th, as we know, is Christmas Day, and because most Slovenians are uh, Catholic or religious, they have a lot of traditions along with it. And of course, January 6th is when the three kings come to see the Nativity and meet Jesus and brought him gifts. Traditionally, Christmas, children do not receive gifts on Christmas Day, but December 6th, they receive gifts, and they usually put a bowl or their shoes out, and it's filled with nuts, fruit, maybe some sweets, and traditionally a piece of silver, which is dimes things. Also, they could get a whip. A whip are for the children that aren't very good, and they don't get any candy and nuts. There's also a Slovene legend that we talk about, and it's along with the creche. The creche is normally made out of paper, kind of like this, and they talk about the creche. And as things happen, they add pieces to the manger, and they add the baby Jesus on December 25th. On January 6th, they put the three kings, wise kings. And this is kind of, for those of you that don't understand what a creche is, this is a little creche for you. Traditionally, they do not put up a Christmas tree until December 24th. And traditionally, uh, the tree is made out of homemade ornaments. They often put a lot of religious things on here, and so I just put a few holy cards. My family particular came from a little place called Braddock. Originally, the Germans came and immigrated there in the 1300s, and they established a village. So some of the traditions may be overlap, and that's why I put a little bird in a nest. They believe that you put a little bird on the Christmas tree so that you remember that spring will come.
Oh, wow.
And of course, I put some of these traditional books out. There's some of these, like The Gift of the Poinsettias, Hispanic. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer became just some American things. The Night Before Christmas, I'm not sure when it began, but I believe it's another one from the United States. And I'm going to be reading the one about our legends of Saint Nicholas, and this is a picture, just a little statue that I have with my Santa Clauses,
cool.
because he is one of the original beginning. Okay. Let's see. I think I've covered. When we talk about Slovene traditions, most of the traditions start on December 6th, and then they go to December 24th, which is Christmas Eve. Traditionally, the whole family would get together. They'd have a light dinner. They'd maybe give you presents and stuff. Originally, no presents were given, and they still aren't in Slovenia. The traditionalists, now they've become Americanized like everyone else, and they do not give a big gift. They give their big gifts on December 6th. They would always go as a family. The older people, the children would go home and go to bed because they wanted Santa Claus. But the adults would all go to midnight mass. After a midnight mass, they'd come home and go back, and you'd have pink tea, which is wine mixed with ginger ale or whatever, but it's called pink tea. And then on Christmas Day is usually the day that they add the baby Jesus to their scene, their manger scenes. So then it's a holy holiday. It's also tradition because every one of the holidays, December 6th, December 25th, and January 6th, they do 3 meals, 3 meats, 3 vegetables, and 3 desserts. And that's because of the 3 wise men. And that's how they incorporate that. And then they also incorporate that in their January 6th. We call it Little Christmas. And I think I'll read you the story.
Yay.
This is a story that's written by this lady over here. Her name is Bernice Krasovic. She's started the Slovenian Library and Genealogy and Mini Museum up at St. Mary's. And again, like legends from other countries, this is a legend from Slovenia. Do you remember the poem that begins with "'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse"? Well, this is the real story of Saint Nick, or as we know him as Saint Nicholas. Saint Nicholas was a bishop who loved children and used to give them presents, just like Santa Claus. I know you'll enjoy listening to this story, and it's about the real Santa Claus. Did you ever wonder how the custom of gift giving came to be, and how the bowls on the eve of St. Nicholas were filled so secretly?
Mm-hmm. There we go.
The legend of St. Nicholas goes back hundreds of years ago to the town of Mira in Turkey, about the year 300 or so. Now you thought that was going to say Slovenia, didn't you? That's Turkey. Nicholas was a wealthy orphan lad who lived with his priest, his Uncle John. And Bernice is also the artist.
Oh, wow.
Or was. John copies scriptures to be learned, to be treasured, and passed on. Nicholas's fame began very early in life. When 2 sailors were stranded, he saved them. Their boat was dashed upon the rocks, and the raging torrents he braved.
Oh, wow.
At night, he listened to the stories that Uncle John had told about 3 wise men bearing gifts of frankincense, gold, and myrrh. And how humbly they gave their gifts and quietly left the scene. From this he learned his lesson well. Gift givers should not be seen. This carried through his days at school. With his bishop he would go. Distributing help to those in need in ways they wouldn't know. He grew in wisdom and in age. First a priest, then a bishop was he, who begged for grain for his starving flocks from boats set out to sea. He promised the sailors for that grain their cargo he would bless, and at the final weighing, they not be 1 ounce less. But the most famous deed of kindness was that legend has ever told, was when Nicholas dropped through a window 3 bags of gold. These were the dowries for 3 young girls, friends of Nicholas's youth. 2 drops were done in secrecy. But the 3rd girl discovered the truth. A barking dog frightened the bishop's horse, and in the snow he fell. The household was awakened, aware, a story to tell. During this time, he was a bishop, and he was thrown in prison for refusing to relinquish the scriptures or bow to the emperor as God. But after a while, he returned to his home to be with his people again, to surprise these little children with newly made toys, assisted by many young men. Rupert was one of the helpful young lads to accompany the good Bishop Nick, cautioning children, you better be good, and threatening them with a stick. Upon his death on December 6th, his friends had all agreed to carry on his charitable works and with gift giving to proceed. This bishop again became known as St. Nicholas, and tales spread far and wide of the secret helpers who loved little children and gifts that they would hide. He became the patron of all the children of sailors, students, and thieves, all laying claim to petition him according to their individual beliefs. Each country adopted the legend with excitement of St. Nicholas Day. The Dutch called him Santa Claus, and for Santa Claus paved the way. They put oats and carrots in wooden shoes for their horses, North Star, to eat. While the English children on the mantle hung stockings from their feet. In Germany and the northern countries, St. Nicholas rode a horse. But in Scandinavia and snowy lands, a reindeer drove the course. Slavic children set out bows to fill the eve before St. Nick, December 6th. Good little children got a toy, nuts and fruits, and bad ones got coal or sticks or whips. So many folk tales of the old world came, a number of customs we keep. All beautiful dreams that can come true while little children sleep.
Yay! Thank you. Any closing words about Slovenian heritage and holidays?
Well, we're all proud of it. Naturally, you can see through the exhibit here. And it's great being Slovenian. But we're also what I read a shirt that said, "Raised in America with Slovenian roots."
I love that. Thank you so much, Toni.
You're welcome.